Assalamu alaikum, students of 6th semester psycholinguistics. Today our topic is difference between psycho and neurolinguistics. Before this we have already done what is psycho and neurolinguistics, and now we will move forward and talk about difference between psycho and neurolinguistics. Now, as you already know, that psycholinguistics deals with the study of mind and language, whereas neurolinguistics deals with the actual structure and function of the brain and language. Now, this is our brain, and this part over here is called the cerebral cortex. We should know, I think you should know some parts of the brain before we go into the detail. So this is the brain, and this outer part is called the cerebral cortex. Okay, and you remember we studied Broca's area and Wernicke's area in the left hemisphere, which are responsible for our language. The outer layer of the brain is called cerebral cortex. Now this layer is called cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is made up of several billions of neurons. Okay, so this material is made up of neurons. Okay, and what happens is that these neurons which make up the cerebral cortex, they are sending messages to the brain for how we can speak and how we can perform different actions. Alright, let's look at the parts of the brain now. Keep in mind that there are two distinct sides with different functions. Okay, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, frontal lobe, temporal lobe, cerebellum and brain stem. These are the basic parts of the brain which you have studied in biology also. Now let's see what the left hemisphere does. As I told you, the processes and things more in parts and sequentially. It recognizes positive emotions. It is identified with practicality and rationality. It understands symbols and representations, processes rapid auditory information faster than the right, is responsible for language development. It develops slower in boys. That is why males usually develop more language problems than females. Okay, now these are some facts about the left hemisphere. How does it help us in language? Okay, in production of speech. So read all these points, they are important, but the last one is the most important, that about language development. Language is developed slower in boys, slower in males, and quicker in females. This is a natural phenomena, and that is why if we compare a newborn baby boy with a newborn baby girl, we will see that the girls learn to speak earlier than the boys. Alright, right hemisphere. Right hemisphere recognizes negative emotions. High level mathematicians, problem solver like chess playing, non-verbal side, response to touch and music. It is sensory, intuitive, responsive to color and shape, emotional and creative. Now overall, let us see the difference between psycho and neurolinguistics. As nouns, the difference between psycholinguistics and neurolinguistics is that psycholinguistics is the study of the comprehension and production of language in its spoken, written, and signed forms, while neurolinguistics is concerned with the human brain mechanisms underlying the comprehension, production, and abstract knowledge of language, be it spoken, signed, or written. So this is the difference between psycho and neurolinguistics. Some of you were asking me that what type of questions will you get in your exam about this topic, difference between psycho and neurolinguistics. We have you can just prepare a short question on what is the difference between psycho and neurolinguistics. Okay, it will be a short questions, and over here, from here, the parts of the brain, and from here you can get short MCQs type questions. Alright, now let me quickly move back and let's see the previous topic. You were asking me questions from there as well. Let's talk about that. Now, psycholinguistics and neurolinguistics. Well, you can get a question on the definition of psycho and neurolinguistics. What is neurolinguistics? What is psycholinguistics? You can get a long or short question on brain disorders, okay, in which you can mention the Broca's area along with the diagram, and you will also mention the Wernicke's area along with the diagram, okay, and its functions. So these type of questions and MCQs, long and short questions, everything that is written in these notes, you can get this type of question. Okay, now please turn on your mics so we can have a discussion on that.